I think it's awesome because I get to play with my friends and we both get to learn, so maybe we can play together when we're older. I think we're a very lucky school who gets to learn fiddle, and yeah, we're a Métis school, which is even better.
Well, here at St. Michael's School, we have an excellence in the Métis cultural aspects, and we infuse it all throughout our entire learning. And so the music part of the learning here at St. Michael's Schools allows us to focus on the Métis fiddling, and the fiddle has a prominent position within the Métis culture. And so for these students to learn and experience a really important part of their culture through Métis fiddling is just a heartwarming and a wonderful, important part of their learning. There's a lot of research done on music education and how that affects our brain performance and really enriches and engages all different aspects of our brain. And there's lots of research on that. But on top of that, not only are these students here able to learn about music and to experience that and to create music, but they become citizens of the Métis culture as well. We have students who are teaching their siblings now and sharing that joy and the passion of music, and specifically Métis fiddling. This is an important aspect of our culture. We used to gather on Friday nights, on the weekends, and gather with meals and then celebrations afterwards, and a few of the elders would get up there and play their fiddles, and we would have dances. So this is a really big part of our culture.
It's really fun, and there's billions of tunes, and some of them are really tricky, some of them aren't. And once you get the hang of it, it's mostly easy. I hope to get better and be able to help others play the fiddle.
We are a Métis community, and we have been historically that way. So we're very community-based, so we draw from our community all the time. And so as we look at culture and who's a part of that culture, we look at CUMFI, which is Central Urban Métis Federation Incorporated, which is the largest Métis local in Saskatoon, who advocated for this program. And we look at what makes up our culture, our language, our identity. And fiddle playing, as Cristin mentioned, is a huge part of that historical perspective, and something that's being lost. You know, the number of fiddle players and the people who know those tunes are diminishing, and so we need to revitalize that and make it a part of who we are at the school. And so it's a huge piece of what we do. I think one of the things that we value in terms of our learning is that it's a holistic way of learning, so it's physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. And so fiddle playing plays on that. It brings in that historical part. It brings in the history through those tunes that are oftentimes learned by ear, not by written music. And so those are things that are passed down. And so there's a joy and there's a pride that goes with learning those songs, seeing those words and hearing those words, oftentimes mixed not just with English but with Michif, with Cree, that sort of thing. And it just validates us from all directions.
We are very lucky as a Métis school to be able to say that we have a fiddle program here. It's very fun, like you learn a lot of tunes. Like we've learned like the national anthem, the chorus of it, and like some jigs. It's really interesting and fun.
When we actually received the first shipment from Natalie McMaster, when she donated a class set of fiddles, these big boxes arrived, and some of the students came and helped me unload them, and just the smiles on their faces. They're like, we get this unique opportunity. Nobody else in Saskatoon gets to have this opportunity where we learn Métis fiddling right within the school system. So for them to have that experience, to pick up a fiddle when they would never have had that opportunity before, smiles on their faces, they're engaged, they come early to class, and then they come in and they're playing away, they're sharing the songs that they're learning, and they're playing with each other. So it's absolutely beautiful to watch them grow in not only their musical expertise, but their sense of culture and community.